Hello and welcome to Garden and Allotment Tips. This is your 5-minute podcast hosted by Gardening with Ben, where we share different gardening tips and advice on a daily basis. Well, hopefully daily, mostly, but sometimes a few episodes a day, but you'll see. If you click the subscribe button, you'll get notified when new episodes get published. So today we're going to be starting to talk about chitting potatoes. Yes, that's chitting, not the other word, potatoes. And a lot of garden centres and shops will now start getting seed potatoes in. As they're getting rid of all the Christmas stock, they will start replacing it all with not only Easter eggs, but with garden items again, as that is the seasonal product, what a lot of shops start to sell. So you'll start noticing gardening stuff coming back in the shops again. So chitting potatoes, a lot of people do this and a lot of people don't. And what it is with chitting potatoes, it's basically getting them to start sprouting ready before you're putting them out in the allotment. It tends to give them the extra little bit of strength to get growing. Now, some people are adamant about chitting them all the time, but some people don't do it and they still grow perfectly fine. So I don't know which is the right and the wrong answer, to be honest, but I've always chitted mine because that's what a lot of articles tell you to do. So that's what I always do. So the way to chit your potatoes is to obviously go to the supermarket or the garden centre and buy a bag of seed potatoes, or you can buy them online. You don't want ones that have got loads and lots of little roots all over the place, because they are ones that have been in the dark and they haven't grown very well at all, and they can be worse off than ones that have no roots on them at all when you buy them. So you want to look for those ones, and basically all you need to do to chit your potatoes is get an egg carton or a box or something and stand all the potatoes up on their ends, not laid down, stood up, so that the roots will start sprouting from the top of it. And it needs to be in a dry greenhouse where you can start doing it, so it's still got light in there. You don't want to grow them in the dark because the roots will grow all scraggly and not very nice, and they'll be looking towards finding the light. So you need to get them into a dry greenhouse and put them on the sides, stand them up and start them sprouting. Now, you can obviously start this now, and then when you come to plant them around March, April time, I always plant mine on Good Friday. It's a gardener's rule of thumb to plant your potatoes on Good Friday, even though it changes every year. It's meant to do with the moon, so hence I always stick to planting mine on Good Friday. I've done that every year and it seems to work okay for me. But obviously if it's an early Good Friday, you've got to be careful of frost and snow, as that will kill off the plants if they are above the ground at that time. So you need to watch out for that. So get looking at your potatoes, seeing what varieties you want to grow, have a look around and give them a try. And it's a funny one because some people don't grow them from seed potatoes. Some people grow them from potatoes what they bought in the shop. My dad did this the other year. He grew some from the shop and grew some from seed potato, and the ones from the shop actually did okay, and he grew them in pots. The only thing is with the ones that you've bought from the shops is that they've been sprayed, they've been artificially manufactured to keep them to last longer in the shops and in the supermarkets, often picked most like before they're ripe in time. So it's up to you whether you want to go for the seed potatoes or the shop bought potatoes. But the shop bought potatoes can commonly get more diseases and spread potato blight, so it's up to you. But that is how you go about chitting potatoes. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. click that subscribe button. Stay up to date with all our podcasts. If you've not listened to my main podcast channel, Gardening with Ben, go and find that on Spotify or the podcast channel that you're listening to on, and give that a listen. There's over 100 episodes on there. Until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep gardening, and keep listening to Gardening with Ben podcasts.